Hello everyone, and welcome to this Video Song Frontier video. Now today I'm going to be doing another unboxing and if I'm correct, then I wear my Dell t-shirt today for a good reason, because what's in this package is something I've kind of been expecting since the beginning of February, and today it's finally arrived. I had a couple of snags, well, I hit a snag which was my own fault, but the seller, I've got to give him props, very cooperative about it, very friendly, and we managed to work through it. And so here I am today with the package. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox it. Now, to be able to unbox something, what I'm going to need is the thing that I want to unbox. I'm going to need a knife, and most importantly of all, I'm going to need a nice wee cup of tea. That is brilliant. Scottish blend. Anyway, word of warning about knives. You need a knife to be able to do this, not a gun. Okay? So I don't want any NRA nuts kind of coming on, commenting and saying, hey, you could do that sort of thing with a gun. In fact, the gun's got to be a whole lot better. I don't want to shoot the package, okay? Also, if you are going to unbox one of these things, do so in your own home. Or if you have to unbox it at someone else's house, just hope they've got a knife. Because if you get lifted by the police, when you go to court, I was just taking the knife so I could unbox something at my friend's house, is not going to be a valid reason to have a blade on you. Seriously, in the UK, they do go on about blade usage. Obviously, all knife safety rules apply. Don't go running around the place with this thing. If you have an urge to cut someone, put the knife down, go and talk to someone, or go to bed, maybe kind of hopefully sleep off the angry feelings, and then come back to it when you're actually feeling a wee bit more responsible. That way you can actually hope to kind of get through an unboxing while harming as few people as possible. Anyway, enough of that. Let's start unboxing this now. So first of all, I'm going to make an incision through the sellotape and through the sellotape cutaneous cardboard tissues. In fact, I did it wrong there. It's always a good idea to kind of hold the knife as far away from you as you can when doing this sort of thing. Well, when I say as far away, always a good idea to try and have it facing away from you, not towards you. Otherwise you might end up cutting things that ought not to be cut. Okay, that's the box open. I'm going to put this away as this place. There we go. Okay, so the box open. We're going to open these flaps as well. And well, here it is. 2 bits of cardboard. So yeah, this is what I got from eBay. 2 bits of cardboard. That didn't go so well. But there's more in the box. Two more bits of cardboard. So now I have 4 bits of cardboard. I also got some bubble wrap, which is always quite nice, always quite handy to have. Okay. So, what else do I have? I've got something wrapped up in bubble wrap. So, I wonder, should I unbox this? Should I unwrap this? You know what? I think I should. See what this is. Bit of sellotape there. So props to the seller of this item. You know, he's done a really good job of packing it up. I mean, I've seen some items that have been packaged up really, really badly, to the point where I've actually received said item and, you know, it's been in non-workable condition, you know, because of it. You know, it has happened, and scary thing is it does continue to happen. In fact, it happened to when I sold my 2007 custom built PC to my best friend. I had to ship it to him. He lives quite a distance away from me, so I had to, you know, parcel force it to him. And when it got there, it seemed that the good people at parcel force had been playing a game of football with it. You know, and to be honest, that didn't really impress me that much. But we did get it going again, and yeah, I normally have good experiences with parcel force, especially seeing as they, you know, work through Royal Mail, and it's, you know, it's easy to track things, and, you know, quite often you'll get the packages with your regular mail, which is kind of nice. A laptop bag. This is what's in the masses of bubble wrap. I feel like I've just played the ultimate game of pass the parcel with myself, with no music. There we go. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look, shall we? See what's here. So, I'm going to open this. I wonder what this could be. So how exciting is this? So, it seems that I have a Dell power supply. And if I have, well, it's in 2 parts. There's the plug with the figure of 8 lead, kind of standard form here. Let's just have a wee look. And yep, kettle of 8, figure of 8 lead, not kettle of 8. I was thinking kettle plug, which it isn't one. I do have one laptop. Well, actually, I've got a couple of laptops that do use kettle leads, but they're very old. And then we have this wee guy, and it has the Dell Latitude XPi fitting on it. Now, some of you will remember a wee bit back, I actually did a video detailing the difference between Dell Latitude XPi and Dell Latitude C-Series power supplies. I did in fact say that the XPi ones were quite similar, except they had the wee teeth on them, which the CPI ones didn't. And because of that, you couldn't actually plug an XPi power adapter into a CPI laptop. Well, when I say CPI, I mean the whole kind of C-Series. And of course the Inspiron 5100, you know, a few Pentium 4 Dells, a few early Pentium 4 Dells use a C-Series power adapter fitting as well. So this has got the correct power adapter. So, well, actually does it. I've not actually shown you the machine yet. Alright. Here it is. The unmistakably thick profile of a Dell Latitude XPi laptop, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. The thing is finally in my possession. I wonder what, there's a big hole where the battery should be, but I wonder what we're like for hard disks. It's an IBM TravelStar, and it's quite generous. It's a 4.66 gigabyte hard disk. It's actually bigger than the hard disk in my Dell Latitude CPI. My actual Dell Latitude CPI. That's just got a 4.3 gig disk in it. I wonder if this has been upgraded. In which case, why would you upgrade to a TravelStar? Someone's thrown me a Dell branded Ethernet card in it. I wonder, that's quite nice. I wonder if the end of any of my 3Com ones will fit it, or whether I actually have the original dongle that goes into the end of it. Now, if I have a look here, we actually see that this is an XPi CD, and we actually see that the screen is actually really quite big. You know, not like my other CPI, whose screen fits the frame or doesn't. This is a Pentium-MMX machine, and it has both floppy and CD drives on the chassis. So this could be an ideal DOS gamer, I must say. You know, because it has both floppy and CD-ROM drives, and it's got a Pentium 166 MHz processor. Okay, for older DOS games, it's just going to run like it's on steroids. But this machine is a Dell Latitude XPi 133, a Dell Latitude XPi CD M133 CD, ST, sorry. Okay, so I'll give you a wee look around it, and to be honest, what I'll do, so you have the PC card slots on the left, then you've got the hard disk caddy, microphone, line in, and headphones. And on the front you have an infrared port, floppy drive, and above that CD-ROM drive, whoops, which seems to be manual eject, just like the replacement CD-ROM drive in the Toshiba Satellite Pro 430 CDT, which I nicked out of a 410 CDT. I kind of like these drives that have a physical mechanical eject rather than an electronic one, because you know, you can get discs out while the machine's switched off, and yeah, it's without having to mess about with paper clips. However, the one in the Toshiba Satellite Pro 430 CDT, I think it's only a single speed drive. It's, well, to be honest, it's a wee bit slow. I'd like to get an example of the original drive back. Okay, so on the right hand side is a great big hole where the battery should be. Naturally the battery's been removed because it does not hold a charge anymore, and to be honest I think that's a good thing. And the reason I think that's a good thing is because batteries that have actually expired could cause a threat to the machine's health and safety. Well, to the machine's health, and they could actually pose a safety risk as well. So if your battery is expired, do yourself a favour, remove it from the machine. That's what I've done with my Toshiba T2130CS and my ThinkPad 380D. In fact, I seem to remember when I originally got the ThinkPad 380D, plugged it in, it was making a whining sound, which I later was able to attribute that back to the battery, the charging circuit. I can't mind if it was a charging circuit or the battery itself, but the battery wouldn't hold a charge, and when the machine was off, it would make a kind of whining sound, which to be honest I found a wee bit disturbing. But as soon as I removed the battery, that sound ceased to bother me. So, well, it just wasn't there anymore, so that was kind of good. On the back we have IEEE 1284 parallel port, RS232 serial, the 9-pin sort, PS2 mouse / keyboard port, kind of nice. And if you don't want to see those anymore, if you want those to kind of shut up and go away, there you go. Now I'm wondering if this has a front and back infrared system, because it seems to have another infrared port on the back there. It's a bit odd. I do have another machine that I will show you that has this sort of a system, and we're going to talk about that. Well, we're going to do that machine because I know about how it works on that machine, whereas this one, you've just seen me unbox it. I know very little about it. I know about the P75, I know about the Latitude XPi P75D, I know about the P133ST, but I don't know about the XPi CD M166ST. Here we have the ubiquitous Dell docking station / port replicator connector. Also can be covered if you don't want to use it. And to be honest, if your ports have got covers on them, I would recommend you using them. This one's a wee bit loose, so I don't know if it'll break off. Might just kind of put that there. But if this was a brand new machine and the port was okay, I would have no qualms at all about just kind of locking it down. Whereas this one, tight as a drum. So I don't know if this was used quite a lot on a docking station. And here's a power supply adapter. Now, on the front, just like with every other XPi I've came into contact with, the screen catch is missing. To be honest, these weren't exactly Dell's finest machines. I mean, sure enough, they were spec'd great and I love them. That was, an XPi. The XPi P75D was the first computer that I repaired professionally way back in 2004. I was still, 15 years old then. That was the first machine I actually professionally repaired. At least I think it would. Well, I've done stuff for friends and that, but I was asked to do one for school, and it was a P75D Latitude XPi. So I do have a natural affinity with these machines, but build quality, physical, while everything electronically on the machine will, work, it'll just work and it'll continue to work for years and years to come. It's not really the case with re the external chassis. These basically they'll fall apart at the drop of a hat. So if you own one of these, my advice to you is you're going to have to be really careful with it. Don't throw it across the room. It's not one to be thrown across the room. It'll not withstand the treatment. But inside, very durable. Let's see if there's any more things in the case. Naturally, there's nothing more in the case. Now I do wonder, actually. Here's a regular 3-com Ethernet card, the megahertz F574B. I have a few of these lying around, good cards. This is a Dell branded card by 3Com. I wonder. Ta-da! Sorry. So that does work. So I could, I could probably get one of these wee doodads for this. So, at some point I think I will do that. Once I get a wee bit of cash. So, I guess the next thing I'm going to have to do is power the machine on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up this, and I'm going to set the machine up, and then we're going to do a powered on test. So thanks to the magic of video editing, I'll be back right now. However, if you want to pause and have a nice wee cup of tea, do that. Oh, and good news, I've just got an email. UXW Pals just uploaded a video. Perfect. Got something to look forward to. Well, I'm kind of doing, the usual clear out and reformat on the machine. Excellent. Look forward to seeing that, UXW Bell. But, okay, see you all in a wee minute. So, here we are. With the laptop set up on the desk. Like I said, this is an XPi CD. M166XT. Well done, I got it right. Now I've plugged it in. Now, while it might kind of worry me that there's no charging light, and it kind of does, it's kind of unnerving. I should expect that because, well, there's nothing to charge. However, if we have a look at the power supply itself, see if I can get it in without knocking anything astray. The power supply light is on. So at least the power brick itself is getting power. Okay, time for first powered on. Okay, that's fantastic. So we actually have a screen, invalid configuration information. Why does that not surprise me in the slightest? So let's have a look. Yep, August the 11th, 1997. That's kind of nice. I remember back then, we'd probably just not long since came away off of a caravan holiday down to a caravan site near the medieval town of Shrewsbury in the south of England. Not a bad place to go, and if you kind of like studying kind of medieval towns, and I don't know if the Shrewsbury Quest is still open, but if it is, certainly take a trip. If you find yourself in that region, take a trip. It's kind of nice. I remember Shrewsbury Quest when I was when I was about 9 years old. Absolutely brilliant place. Loved it. However, it did take us a long time to get to and from there, but, oh well, sometimes you've just got to travel far afield. I mean, France is really nice, but, again, it's quite a distance away. Anyway, moving on. Suppose I could set the date and time now, because it's no longer August the 11th, 1997. Well, I must admit, that date kind of does have, kind of give me images of playing with, playing Sonic the Hedgehog Chaos on the Master System. So let's have a look. The time is currently 11 o'clock. Excellent. And the date is March the 2nd. 2013. got a 4,869 megabyte hard disk, which, like I said, very generous. Boot speed 166 megahertz. Diskette first. Speaker volume high. This does not support booting from CD-ROM. And the infrared port, just like on the Asus F7400, you can either choose the back infrared port and the front infrared port. Like I said, I have a machine which actually is a derivative of the Asus F7400. I am going to show you that, which also seems to have that sort of a configuration. I really don't know why. I mean, I think it's kind of nice that you've got the option, you know, just depending on where you are. But to be honest, I do wonder if they could have cut costs by just having the one infrared port. But it is a nice feature, nonetheless. Gonna choose the front one actually. Bidirectional parallel port, PC card socket. It would actually show, you know, if I'd had a PC card installed in there, which I don't because I actually took it out. I wonder if it'd show it. You know, if it, let's throw a PC card in there to see what happens. I actually got this one with I think it was a compact laptop. It's a PC card. It's a PCMCIA adapter that enables you to read compact flash memory cards, which is kind of nice actually. Kind of gives you the option to use a CF memory card as, you know, a form of removable storage. You know, if it's got Windows 95 drivers, and you know, maybe I could use that as a way of getting data on and off of Windows 95 machines. So now, obviously, that I've put a card in there, I can choose to have it enabled or disabled. And now that I've taken it out again, it's gone back to saying not installed. Replicator SCSI. It's kind of nice that the port Replicator has SCSI on it. I don't know, as an interface I like SCSI, generally speaking. A lot that you can do with it. Very versatile interface for back in the day. I had a SCSI CD writer with a 2001 custom built. Replicator network enabled. Ah, right, okay, I forgot about this then. This is kind of like the spec sheet. So you have a Pentium-MMX. Nice. System memory, 80 megabytes. Seriously? 80 megabytes of RAM? Do you really need that much? No, you don't. Not for a 95 machine. That'd be daft. Video memory, 1.1 megabyte. The 0.1. What was it from? Was it the 0.1 of megabyte missing from the XPi P133 ST? Seriously? That thing only had 896 kilobytes of video memory, which basically means I could not do 800 by 600 in 16-bit colour. It wouldn't let me because it didn't have the full 1 meg of video memory. Seriously. You know, and considering that the XPi, no, that the XP/75C with a passive matrix display had that 1 meg of video memory, and that on its native display could only do 640 by 480 by 256 colours, and yet the machine that kind of came after it, well, one of them that came after it, could do, you know, it had an 800 by 600 display, it could do 16-bit colour, but it couldn't do them both at the same time, because someone had put a thimble in where video memory should have been. Okay. External cache, 256 kilobytes. Expansion device, not installed. What is that? Some sort of overdrive functionality? Service tag, there. Asset tag, not installed. Okay, now if I go to Alt and P, flip over to the next page, you've got loads and loads of settings. You can actually, you know, do your own power management on here, or you could let the operating system do it for you. And you can actually change what the power switch does. You can have it on, off, or you can have suspended disk if that is installed, which generally I always forget to do. Battery status display, battery not installed, it works. IntelliSpin, when this category is set to variable, default the CD-ROM drive will slow down whenever it detects too much CD vibration. Now that I like. I think that is an amazing option. My Dell Latitude XPi could have used that. Universal Connect, functional only in the Microsoft Windows 95 operating system. Set this category to enabled, the default. If you often use more than one Ethernet replicator and want to minimize the initialization time when you connect, and this category is set to disabled, the replicator is initialized each time it is connected to the computer. Right. Okay, that's enough time I've spent in the BIOS. Now I'm thinking I'm in a Toshiba. Seriously, I've just hit end, hoping it might do something. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Now I can understand why. I can understand why the previous owners thrown 80 megs of RAM in this. I'm guessing this is 16 meg on board, 64 meg added. That happens a lot. Older machines did have memory built in. So this does look like it's can do 800 by 600 by 16 colour just fine. There we go. Just sorted that out. And I've got working sound as well, which is awful nice. So I'm going to have a look at some of the programs that's on here. Bearing in mind, I do not plan to have a look at the actual files. What I plan to do after having a look at this computer is reformat. And I urge anyone to do the same. It's very nice of people to put in hard disks. But, you know, trust issues. You know, if you're going to get a machine with a hard... If you're going to give away a machine and you want to give away the hard disk, very generous, I do appreciate it. However, make sure you actually format it. Make sure you clear all your information off of it. You know, you can do that using a utility such as boot and nuke. If you are a receiver of a machine that still has all its data, make sure you actually undertake to reformat it. Don't look at the data because it's not yours to look at. And this looks like it's Windows 98 First Edition. I did actually wonder. Remember the cup of tea from earlier? Here it is. So, it looks like Internet Explorer 6 has been installed. What's it doing that for? But never used. Registry Mechanic. Oh, look at this, Publisher 2.0. Do you know, it's quite funny, we had a similar thing at Publisher 2.0, again installed but never used. I'm starting to wonder actually if this system was actually reinstalled for the end user, and if it was, it's kind of nice that they've done that. Seriously, it is. Dell XPi. There's a lot of the drivers and disks and what have you. MS Pub. My Documents. Office 97. Wow. They've basically left everything on here should I wish to do a reinstall or pull everything off of the hard disk or what have you. So yes, it does actually look like it has been given to me blanked out. Sensible move. Very sensible move. And this kind of looks like it's Office 97 Professional. Oh, I remember the days when I used to enable the web toolbar. Who set this machine up? Oh my goodness, the Visual Basic toolbar. Now, if this had the Microsoft toolbar enabled, then I would think that somehow past me has found a DeLorean, went to the future, reconfigured this laptop, and sold it to present day me. Because, I mean, that's kind of how I would have had Word set up. But then again, past me wouldn't have been allowed to see present day me and vice versa, because then obviously that's going to rupture the space-time continuum, a load of people are going to get hurt, Dr. Brown is going to go, "Great Scott!" an awful lot, and basically everything's just going to be in great disarray. And to be honest, you know, I think if I saw past me, I'd probably give him a great big punch, because, you know, I really don't like myself. But, yeah, okay. Again, then future me would start, well, present day me would start to disappear, yeah. Okay, so it looks like we've... this is one of the things I liked about Windows 98 First Edition over the Second Edition. You got Front Page Express, a wee web editor. Now, you didn't get this as part of Windows 98 Second Edition. And I don't know why at this moment. I'm probably going to go on a fact-finding mission to find out, you know, just what became of Front Page Express after, you know, IE 5.01, because you just didn't get it anymore. You got Microsoft Chat and Internet Explorer 5, you got Microsoft NetMeeting, you got Microsoft Outlook Express, you even got Web Publishing Wizard. You know, so you had the means to publish a web page, just didn't have the means to author one. And Windows 98 Second Edition kind of did away with Microsoft Front Page. And, you know, I personally, for one, would like to know why it did away with it, because I like Front Page. I really do. You know, I really did like Front Page Express. It was brilliant for back in the day, you know, making my own websites and what have you. I remember I used to do that sort of thing. Obviously, my present day website, both my personal one and company one, are not Front Page webs or anything like that. There are a lot better ways to do websites, but I mean, for a freebie, it was kind of a nice wee program. And, you know, I loved having that edit button in Internet Explorer. I really liked that quite a lot. It's like, you know, you could be on a website and you could hit edit. Not sure the actual webmasters of said sites would have appreciated that, but I mean, the option was there. It's probably why they took it out again, because it was largely irrelevant. But I did kind of like having the option there. I thought, this is cool, you can edit a website. And I got really disappointed because on some computers it would open up the HTML code in Notepad. Maybe that's what Microsoft wanted. They wanted us all to be more clever. You know, yeah, you can code a website if you want, but do it using HTML. Don't do it using this, because you'll never learn anything. HTML is one of the most boring languages in the world. Okay, so I wonder if I think it's time I did a canyon test. We'll go to accessories, entertainment, Windows Media Player. I wonder how well this will run with 95 and stuff. I personally wouldn't mind having it I personally wouldn't mind having this system set up with 32 megs of RAM. I think, you know, that would be, you know, an appropriate amount. Alright, canyon time. That's not went well, if I'm going to be completely honest with myself. Actually, I think I know what's wrong. The sound drivers are disabled for some stupid reason. Perhaps there's a problem. I wonder if there's been some sort of a hardware conflict there. Never mind. That'll all get washed out once I come to reformat Windows. That's not went well. That's not went as well as I was hoping. So it's got a Magigraph card in it, this one. Just trying to wonder what the P133ST had, because, you know, I remember the P75D having some Cirrus Logic card in it. If you had Cirrus Logic card with Windows 3.1, you always got a nice wee program called Win Mode, which enabled you to change resolutions on the fly. Nope, this computer is about as quiet as a morning badger, so, yeah. So something needs to be done about this. As you did hear though, the speakers work fine. They work fine enough to kind of realise how corrupted the sound drivers are. But never mind. So, as a sale then, I must say, I think it would be a good idea now for me to go on eBay and give the seller of this machine a spoonful of really good positive feedback. The whole thing has just been, you know, sound driver aside, I mean, that's just something fun for me to, you know, play about with. You know, so I really don't care about a software issue, you know, that's, even if it does blue screen out on me, you know, I really don't care. But, you know, I do, you know, I am really happy with the laptop. I'm really happy with, actually I'm really happy with the fact that it's got an active matrix display and I'm not going to be seasick from looking at it. I'm really happy with the fact that it works. I'm really happy with the fact that the packaging was absolutely brilliant. I'm even happy with the fact that I can actually recycle the packaging because I've got some stuff that I want to up and sell, so I can use the packaging. I'm really happy with the fact that you know, once I did have that problem, the seller actually sorted it out in a very good manner, and I don't even care that it's taken as long as it has for the machine to arrive. You know, I couldn't care less, because at the end of the day, it arrived. I did have a problem, which, like I said, was my own fault. We sorted it out, and, well, and I mean, look at this Windows installation, you know? The seller quite obviously cares about, you know, what was going to happen to the laptop afterwards. Cares enough to kind of put copies of Office 97 and Windows 98 on the hard disk drive, so that if you do need to make any alterations or repairs or what have you, you can do that. So, yeah, you know, and the fact that this actually ships with an original power supply. Not many XPi machines I can say, you know, I can't say that about many XPIs. In fact, my good friend Billy Carr is actually looking for one. And has been since November, so, yeah. But I do, you know, I very much like this machine, and I very much like the way that it was actually sold to me. So, nice one there, nice one there, eBay seller called Gene, or unless Gene is just the person who installed Windows on it. Maybe Gene was the name of the person who was supposed to get the machine. Or maybe I'm Gene. Am I Gene? Oh, let me just check my computer. I'm not sure. No, I'm definitely Jay. So I don't know who Gene is, but if they installed Windows 98 on this thing, thanks for doing a good job of it. So anyway, I think with that, I'm going to sign it off here before I start talking even more nonsense, which to be honest I don't care. People who like my videos like everything about them, so yeah. In fact, I do believe the Power Mac Galaxy wants me to go off and show the houseplants again at some point. But I don't want to, as I think the houseplants have died. So, if I could, if we could get set up with a trip to Dolby's or Mains of Drum and go and buy some more plants, ones that aren't dead, ones that I can maybe show on video, then I will do that. If I can get myself to Mains of, well, I can't get to Mains of Drum, you generally need a car. Dolby's would be easy to get to, but that's a garden centre for millionaires, seriously. Got the loveliest teas and cakes and what have you as well. But it's really expensive out there. But hey, it's a nice place to go. Nice way to spend an afternoon. That's Dolby's on the Langstracht, and yeah, I expect a year's supply of kind of free tea in the cafeteria now, Dolby's. So, just saying. Nah, I'm only kidding on. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please do subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, well, I'm really sorry. Instructions on how to subscribe will actually follow. So thank you for watching, and hope you will all tune in for my next videos. And while you're waiting for my next videos to be uploaded, have a look at my channel. Watch some back episodes, or if you've not seen any more of my videos, watch some of them. Thank you for watching this one.